Hello everyone, welcome to the stream today. I've got a bit of an issue, that's why I'm just running a bit late. I cannot display my chat, so I can't really see anyone that is posting any messages or anything like that. I'm not sure why the reason would be. Yeah, I can see my chat. See that we got 17 people on stream. Real difficult. How you doing, my man? Guys, we're running on the Central Bohemia map today. It's a map from Czech Republic in a scale of 1 to 2. It's not a 1 to 1, it's not a 1 to 5, it's 1 to 2. It's a very nice scale, to be honest. It covers a bit of a terrain as well. And it's not a 1 to 1 map, so the distances are a bit shortened. Just gonna change my camera a bit. Guys, we got 26 kilometers to cover, but just because of the scale of the map will take way longer than your normal 26 kilometers on a 1 to 19 map. Today we get a bit of a break from winter experience and ATS, as I had a stream on ATS yesterday, and previous streams they were just from PNG winter experience. So we're seeing some different kind of colors now. I've got 21 people on the stream, and I'd like to welcome everyone to today's stream. We're going to be on for around an hour and a half, something like that. We're going to do a couple of runs on this Central Bohemia map, so you guys can see the RealCam preset, the upcoming Project Ultimate RealCam preset, and how it does on the Central Bohemia map. David Burda, 100%, mate. It's one of my favorite maps, to be honest. ABCH, how you doing, my man? Pino Gamers, thanks so much, mate. How you doing? Just to let you know about the camera distortion itself, there will be few levels to it. I still need to kind of I still need to polish out the other levels of distortions as well, but you'd be able to choose the level of distortion on the camera itself. Oh, we want to merge. Adrian, how you doing, my man? It's nice seeing you. Saint of Killers, how you doing, my man? I hope that you're having a nice Monday evening. Bonsage, I'm using Snowy Moon V2, PNG, and then my Project Ultimate ReShade, the upcoming preset. Yeah, the mod pack is available on. Well, it's not really a mod pack. You can get PNG on the website, you can get Snowy Moon on Patreon, and you can get Project Ultimate ReShade on Patreon as well. Of course, these are optional. You do not need to use them. But if you want to get them, that's where they're located at. Saint of Killers, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, mate. Adrian, around a week. You need to give me around a week. I'm working till Wednesday now, and normally this is just the time that I get to do anything throughout the day. So I don't really get that much time throughout the day. But trust me, that I'll try to get this out as soon as possible for you guys. Alan Driver, thanks so much for the sub, man. Thank you. I was checking real drivers' POVs. There's one thing. There's all kinds of different POVs that you have. You have people that place their GoPros on their chest, which would make the camera position to be much lower, which I was using before as my static camera. You've got people that will put the GoPros on top of the hats. So you get all different kind of positions. You can adjust them to whatever you feel like it looks kind of natural to yourself. I'm just trying to kind of balance it out in the middle, you know, because you have to understand that what looks real in real life might not always look good in the game, and that will be a difference. Saint of Killers, glad to hear that. Yeah, as I said, around a week's time, I should be able to polish everything out. Yeah, I'll also be attaching the seat mod with that as well. I'm gonna adjust this for the trucks that I use, or the latest kind of trucks, and I'll be adding trucks to it as well, because I know that there's a lot of mods that do that as well, but people kind of find it difficult to find them, so I thought that I'll just make a mod myself, and just include the trucks that really run. I'm not gonna make the list extremely long at the moment. got a plane landing. To be honest, Kuba88, because I think that's what his name. He made some really good work with this map. Like I gotta say, I mean, this map is not as extensive as Czech Real map or Romania map 1-to-1, but it's extremely good. Wilbur Santos. At the moment, I'm using the RealCam preset, and a new preset that will be coming out hopefully next week. But mostly, I would use 3 of them. But I'll mostly use V1 and V3 for clear kind of a picture. I'll use V2 for heavier kind of gameplays. Like, I enjoy V2 myself, but I'll use V2 on Brazilian maps and Argentinian maps. It goes well with that. Saint of Killers, I'm glad to hear that, mate. Yeah, it feels very good. I see that there's some frame drops around this area on the map. To be honest, it's just in this section. There's few sections in there, but to be honest, the map is loaded with details, so I'm not gonna complain about that. It's still optimized way better than some other maps that don't really pack that much details in them. When I'm gonna post that next week, I'm looking at next week. Not just the camera view, the preset, the camera settings. I'll most likely make a quick video for patrons as well, just to kind of guide them through this preset, as this one is a bit more specific. Yeah, we're gonna get the next drop. Do you have anything from that? No. We're gonna fly over to Vestic. Because I'm not driving there. I'll see if there's a route that I can take you on. Santos, how you doing, my man? I'm glad that you're here, mate. See if there's a more scenic route that I could take to get around the map. Because we could. Well, we'll have a look. Oh, we gotta go all the way down there to the left to actually get it loaded. Yeah, we'll go through there because I won't be able to turn around. You could see that the drop-off zones are made very well as well. ABCH, no, I'm not using the multi-mon setup. Santos' track sounds excellent. Yeah, it sounds very good, mate. Diego, I'm using the Sim Magic Alpha. It's a more of a sim racing steering wheel. Yeah, David, 100% mate. I love that map. 40-ton Kubus. We've got 60 FPS as always. I always cap it at 60. The only time the FPS will actually move for me is if, let's say, I'm running a map that might be slightly less optimized than the normal maps. But I always keep it at 60. I don't see a point of going above 60. I got money? Why would you say that? I don't know if you're referring to the steering wheel or something in the game. Yeah, Cooper, just to come back to your question about FPS. To be honest, if you're looking at trucking simulators or like busing simulators or anything like this, for me, I'd rather push the graphics a bit further and just keep those 60 FPS than having a higher FPS count and reduce the graphic settings. How do I get my trees sharp and detailed? I mean, I'm using my ReShade presets. I'm using Snowy Moon and PNG. So PNG changes the textures of the trees. Snowy Moon adds additional rendering to the whole setting, and my ReShade will refine that further. So it all kind of works together. David, you love the graphics, yeah? I'm glad to hear that, mate. 60 FPS, David. I don't change my FPS to anything. How I set up my FPS, I mentioned that a few times already. I set my monitor to 120 Hertz. I set my average window length to 120 in the config. Then I set my VSync in-game to laptop mode. I run a PC, but I set it to a laptop mode, so it gives me half of the refresh rate. And then I'm capping it to 61 frames, but it will still only output 60 frames. Manny, you can get PNG on the website. You got a link in the description to the fan page. You can have a look on the website as well. Joshua, yeah, I'm using the Tobii eye tracker, man. I'm actually struggling to drink coffee with that, because look, whenever I want to have a drink of coffee, the camera is going to go fun. Or am I not? Okay, we broke the system. I can drink coffee without the camera going funny, so that's a step ahead. David, I'm running a Ryzen 7 5800X3D and a RTX 5080. It looks smooth, yeah. I'm trying to maintain a smooth. And it's only 60 FPS, so to be honest, you do not need a lot of FPS for the game to look smooth, because you can get the game to look smooth with 60 FPS, and then you can get the game to look choppy as hell with 160 FPS, you know. So it's just about the way the frames are kind of dished out from CPU to your monitor and your graphics card as well. And also Prism 3D, the engine that the game is on is a bit specific. So Andrew Farias, now I've not used it. I'm using Tobii eye tracker now. At some point I wanted to use that Beam eye tracker, because I never actually cared for eye tracking for my games. But one evening I was just a bit curious with it. You can make it cheap, because you only need a webcam or something, or you can use an iPhone for that as well, from what I've seen. It's a cheaper way to get yourself some movement in the cab. The only thing that might change is just the latency, but not even that, because if you got a good webcam camera, the latency might be minimal. David, I've driven loads of kilometers on the map. This is one of the newer profiles, so maybe the roads are not discovered, but I've driven the map inside out. We can discover some smaller roads today as well. I'm still gonna be driving for around an hour or so. So if we go to what's the town is called? What'd you say? Between Rudna, yeah? Lodenice, Rudna and Prachar Radotin. We could drive through there. If we get something through here, we could actually drive to Lodenice, Nucice, Tachlovice, and all the way to here. Siren, rain mod. Not using any rain mods apart from Snowy Moon V2. That will override rain as well. Well, it's not raining in here at the moment, so... David, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop this off. We'll see if we can get something from Lodenice. If we can get something from there to any direction, we could go through the country road as well. Because highways are fine, but yeah, Snowy Moon is fine. It's a good starting point. Snowy Moon, PNG. For me, it's Snowy Moon, well, weather and light more important. Let's say PNG, Snowy Moon, and then ReShades. And then you'd appreciate it a bit more as well, because if you get everything at once, you don't really... You see the difference, but it's better to test them out bit by bit. Guterman, I'm not sure when V3 is coming out. It will 100% change the graphics, but Moazali, how you doing, my man? I'm glad that you popped into the stream, mate. Siren, it could be more realistic, mate. You can always develop something more realistic. There's no ceiling in that, to be honest. And whenever I'm trying to do some bits, I'm always trying to improve. I see a lot of people trying to copy stuff and kind of follow. But mate, to be honest, in developing anything for the game, there's no ceiling for it. You always, if you put the time and effort and don't use too much chat GPT to try to help you to reshape presets, something like that, and you actually drive in game and you see the changes and you try to actually put the work into doing something new, you always make something more realistic to you. Andrew Farias, I don't know if the upgrade would be worth for you. Because I don't know how it works for you now. If it works fine for you and you're happy with it, then I guess it might not be worth. I mean, if you're happy with that BeamNG, it's a very inexpensive way to do that. And if something's inexpensive and it works, then it's great. So I'm happy with my Tobii eye tracker. So I can tell you that. I can tell you that if you get it, then you'll be happy with it. So and where did I learn programming? I did not learn it anywhere, to be honest. It hasn't. I'm just looking at your comment. You can only use one weather mod at a time. So you can put 10 weather mods into your mods and activate them, and the one on top will be the one working. So yeah, if you can mix weather mods with texture packs. but you cannot mix weather mods with weather mods. At last they're not gonna work with each other, and in the worst case scenario you might get a bug or something if let's say JBX, it has few files in it, so it might pull the def a bit weird. You need good car mods? Yeah, cars are gonna come at some point. You got Assetto Corsa for cars. Assetto Corsa for cars is great, man. Piotrek 99, witam sąsiada, witam. Yeah, it doesn't. So if you're using PNG weather, yeah, then it's fine. But using realistic or brutal weather, something like that, so that will not go together with PNG. It's just with whatever mod you have on top of each other, it's the one that is going to be activated. Yeah, Moz, I'm gonna send that through. You know what? To be honest, I came back from work, had a quick dinner, showered, and I hopped onto the stream. So I did not really get much time to do anything else. But once I get off the stream, probably have to answer some messages, and then I'll send you the model and everything. Andrew Farah, thanks so much, mate. I'm glad that you're liking it. Piotrek, cieszę się bardzo, cieszę się. As in, it's just one or the other. It depends which one you want to use. If you want to use the texture mod from PNG and brutal weather, then you might be able to do that. It's just that you need to choose if you're going to use PNG weather or not, and then just remove it. Kiedy zostanie wydana zima? Ciężkie pytanie. Ja mam Ryzena 758 3XD i RTX 5080. Guys, we also got some people from Poland. I also speak Polish, so from time to time I might just quickly answer the question. I hope that you guys don't mind that much. Okay guys, as always, and with the eye tracking, I am parking this, yeah, I'm not parking that. Once I set up my eye tracking to a point where I'll be able to look back, then yeah, we could track it. Do we have anything that will Mate, the routes that we're getting are bad. Okay, we'll do something. We're gonna go to Lodenica. Gremlapel, dzięki wielkie, dzięki. We're gonna go to Lodenica, yeah. We're gonna load up in the same place that we were before. A widzisz, Piotrek, trzeba było trochę cierpliwości. Tammy trucking. What is the map in the background? There's it's not a mod. It's just the Central Bohemia Project has this map as a background of it. Is it? I'm glad to hear that, mate. Yeah. It is a skin from. I've done the track quickly. It's a skin from Zlin. So if you ever run the Czech Real map, you could probably see the. It's very close to Zlin, to be honest. The whole map is set very close to Zlin. Okay, we'll do something for the sake of the stream. We will. How are we gonna approach that? We'll drive the small road and then we'll see. And then we'll see where we get next. Mr. Ghosty, how you doing, my man? No widzisz, Piotrek, widzisz. Mr. Ghosty, the ReShade preset, the RealCam is coming along with the camera settings and everything. Time and trucking. I'm using VR. Sorry, no, I'm not using VR. What am I saying? Toby eye tracking, not VR. Vincenzo, you know what I like to do on Czech Real Map? There's a lot of roads, like field roads and everything. I just like to drive them roads. Like, they're not on the map, but they're fully drivable, so it's very nice for roleplay or anything like that. Mars, I'm gonna take a longer route, yeah, but you see that there is a limited availability for it at the moment. Diamond truck, a nice graphic, thank you, mate. I'm glad that you liking it, mate. Mars, listen, we can make a deal, yeah. I'll take a longer route, but you need to find that for me. You find a longer route for me, mate. I'm gonna drive it, yeah. You're not gonna see. So the FOV itself is at 88. The rest of the settings, the mod I'm using, the tab is not moving, so you won't be able to see anything. But the FOV is 88. Yeah, they look lovely, mate. It doesn't look like Euro Truck Simulator. I'm glad to hear that, mate. Marcel, thank you for the sub, mate. Derek Lawson, how you doing, my man? I'm doing alright, thank you, mate. I'm doing fantastic. Razin, thank you so much for the sub as well. Mars, this is Max 27. It's Max's sound. I was using Z mods before, but Max's sounds are they're extremely good. Your trucks in by Angus, man. I think that everyone puts something in that game from themselves. If we're talking about modders and just people that improve the game, you got PNG, you got Snobby Moon. I'm doing some bits as well. You're the one who said that you wanted to get them up, but you're scared you'd do something wrong. There's not much wrong that you could do with that, as there's clear instructions in there, but I don't think that you do that bad with it. What map? The Central Bohemia Project. Derek, if you want to give me a, if you want to send me a private message, feel free to do that on Patreon, or if you find me somewhere else on any socials, send me a message. Hey Nikus. Yeah, LODs. That's not even. Mate. There's so many mods about LODs, popins, and all of that. It's just how a map is made, and also how the texture is displayed. So each texture would have its LOD settings. Most of them are just set to 400 meters, but some of them have a lower count of the LOD meters they'll display in front of you. So the LOD pop-ins are just basically the Prism 3D engine and the map itself. There's nothing else to it. It's Gold Rush, yeah. Damien tries to update it the same day. The same day as the update releases most of the times. Piotrek, dzięki wielkie. No powiem ci, że ta kamera zmienia dużo, nie? Te ustawienia kamery dużo zmieniają. If you remove PNG weather and you get pink sky, that means that you're using PNG autumn pack. Autumn or upcoming winter will only work with PNG weather. Yeah, Derek, no worries. You can always just freely drop me a message and we'll sort it out. There's no big deal if it comes to that. Yeah, Mr. Ghosty, I'm gonna drop a video to Patreon as well, but also, I mean, there's not much that I'm doing outside of it. Like, I'm setting the Snowy Moon to the settings that I share, and I put on the ReShade preset, so it's not really, I'm not doing anything special to make the graphics look like that. Your load is always trash, yeah it is. Nikus official. To be honest, I speak Polish and English, but you know, I prefer to communicate. I prefer the way that you can ask me a question in Polish, yeah, and then I can just answer it in English if you don't mind. But if you'd like me to answer it in Polish, there's no issues with that. Yeah, Derek, no worries, mate. Także możesz zapytać po polsku, po angielsku, w jakim. No w sumie tylko w tych dwóch językach. Gonna go all the way down here. Yeah, Mr. Ghosty, thanks so much for being on the stream, mate. I always appreciate it. If it's 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever time you can just hang around in here, I'm happy with that. Niku, spoko. Selling, do I think that Project Next Gen is worth the price? 100%. You'll type in English. My English is good. I mean, because to be honest, I've not lived in Poland for that long, so it's probably not perfect, but. Okay, which side do we get in? The other side, I think. You know why? Because it's probably the same way they build the maps and everything. And you know what? You told me about. I wanted to get the bus today, and I wanted to actually do some bus roads. But now that you mention that, well, I'm still gonna get it. But it's just it saves the load buffer and everything. So they're just trying to make it run a bit better, but Bogdan, how you doing? What map is that? Central Bohemia Project. I wanted to run Romania today, but I think that I'll need to do Isle of Pryla, to be honest, because I wanted to do something quick, and I wouldn't want to just... But I still got the highway from Bucharest to Plotesti to cover. But I wanted to do some more city driving today. Nikos, if you have a look, there's some maps that utilize that very well, and the popins are nearly non-existable. You see, we've got Bogdan from Romania map 1-1. Mate, there's literally no popins on that map. The way the guys made that map, it runs well, limited popins, so... You know what, Nikos, I don't know if you wanna... Yes, well, Bogdan, listen. I'm trying, yeah? You need to... Well, I can check how you should actually pronounce them, yeah? Nikos, if you wanna drop me a message on my socials, yeah? Drop me a video or a picture. I might have a look, because that might be something that is just wrong with the config or something like that. And we might actually be able to... Okay, so Bogdan, I know that I'm joking about popins, but listen, I'm not, because when I'm driving from... you see, I'm not going to say the names now. But look, when I'm driving towards Constanza, yeah? I'm driving from Czerna Woda, yeah? At some point, that does not feel like 1500 meters, yeah? That feels like way further away. Like you get some popins like back and like further down, but you don't really see the map ending, and it's downhill as well. And mate, you don't have any popins in there, so... Yeah, Nikos, drop me a message. We'll have a look, because maybe there's something wrong with it. And the game is limited, yeah. Okay, so it's Czerna Woda and Constanza, yeah? Czerna Woda. I don't know. I already speak English and Polish, and I mix them up together, you know, so... Gremlin, is that Eugene Scania? No, it's... Oh, no, it is, yeah. But I didn't modify it anyway. I just used it, Why did I use it? Because I didn't want to use the SCS one. Piotrek, dzięki. It's eye tracking. Probably eye tracking. Nikos, I just got a question for you. Because I'm not sure if I think that you are the person. But is Nikos just shortened version of Panikos? And you're doing the rigid mods? Remember what game version? 157. Plotesti. Bogdan, is Plotesti fine? I hope it is. I'm trying, mate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was like, Nikos official. It sounds extremely similar, you know. Yeah, that's you, I knew that, yeah. My look, he's got 2 accounts, he's supporting from 2 accounts, that's crazy. Bogdan, please, don't break my heart, yeah? I'm really trying. Ploiesti? Is that how you say it? Ploiesti? Ploiesti? Mate, we're gonna turn this into some educational content now. I just wanted to drive the truck, but now we're gonna be learning some languages, you know? Yeah, let's support small artists, 100%, mate. Gremla PO, I said 157, mate. Bogdan, close enough. Well, I'm glad. Glad. Ploiesti. Is that better? Ploiesti. Mate, you know, I'm not joking now. Since I've been running that Romania 1-to-1 map, yeah. I'm coming to Romania, like 100%. Like, I don't really travel much outside of UK or like where I lived in Canada. I don't really like when I go somewhere I stay there. Yeah, I don't really travel much. But I'm gonna go Romania. You're probably correct, but you know what it is? Well, I've not actually set up streams properly yet. And I'm trying to put this into like a low latency mode, so there's a lower kind of a delay, and it's not working properly. And also I'm reading the chat off my phone, which is not helping as well, because I don't have a second monitor. Yeah, this is like my 6th stream or something like that, so I'll need to get a second monitor, yeah, and then the chat will just pull through straight away from the app, which will improve it. Why is the road flickering? It depends which parts. I'm not sure which parts you mean. Gremla, the Eugene Scania, you need the compatibility mod made by Izuan Bakar. He made a mod to make the Eugene Scania compatible. I've got good audio settings. Thank you. They're default settings. I don't do anything with my audio, so I'm happy that it works good. Okay, let's see, what time is it? It's only 8. Well, I've been streaming for how long? An hour now? 55 minutes? Most likely, yeah. Snowy Moon has some flickering issues, but to be honest, it's not an issue for me. If I can trade this kind of a render on vegetation and everything, then I can have few flickers. Do you want to see the map? Or like the map itself? I'm looking at the phone, but don't find any road scheme. Bogdan, what road scheme you mean? Yeah, Gremla, that from Gumroad, yeah. Guara, you know, you could move it back. You can move the camera back, yeah, and you can drive it whatever you want to drive it as. For me, that feels good. What I'm having at the moment, yeah. You can move the seat back. But as I said, for me, this feels kind of natural. Once you get this on your hands, you could adjust this to whatever you'd like to have, because it's really opinion based. If you're talking about if something looks natural, realistic, or whatever, that's how I choose to play it. But you can play it in any other way. So you could probably find some better angles than I did. What do you mean the road is flickering in front of me? Where is it flickering? Cause I don't. YTF, I apologize if I don't see that, but I don't know where the road is flickering. We can't really see it. Mate, check the load order for this, because it works 100%. This. Bogdan, I'm being serious now, yeah? If you do that with the same quality, yeah? Listen, because if you're only gonna run the road, yeah, with no details around it, it doesn't count. If you do that in the same quality that you guys do it now, mate, I don't have a problem with running the stream for 12 hours and actually running the road. I'm more than happy to do that. Yeah, I don't see that flickering. I mean, unless I'm just not seeing something, but I think my eyesight, I think it's still good. Unless I'm going crazy. Okay. Yes. We got that. We're gonna get the shorter road now, which is good. Unless YTF is trolling and he wants me to look for flickers that are not there. I mean, you know what? It might be true. You might just see something that I don't. But you see it as well? Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't see it. I guess I'm fine then. Wait, where's is that the same? Where's the pickup points in there? Crashes in quick job. I will not be able to tell you as I've not done a quick job in a few years now. I mean, whenever I'm starting a map, well, I've not done a quick job on that map for some time. So, but normally I'll just take my profile further ahead to not actually do any of these jobs. Yeah, I mean, that flickering might be coming from Snowy Moon. It's not something that is infused by any mod or anything like this. So. Should we run this in rain? Actually, no, because I want to go for that small road. I want to see what it looks like when there's still light outside. And to be honest, everyone is using the rain from Snowy Moon, so let's be a bit different. And not actually use rain. Bogdan, you're probably right as well. As I said, I could live with that, you know. Nara, dzięki panie. Yeah, it looks alright, it looks good. The windshield does look good. Nice to see him mess around the cabin. Okay, we need to modify the route. we're going through here. I know that this is a bit of an older road, but we'll see what it looks like. I drove it once, but a long time ago. Guys, that'll be the last route, I think. As it's... when we'll finish, it will be half 8. After 15. Is it 1-to-1? There's 1-to-2, to be honest. I made a wrong turn. We'll have to turn around. 1-to-2 scale. Bit of a different scale then. Yeah, I do have that in mind, but I guess, you know, everyone needs to kind of understand that if you have a slower GPU, there's some limitations that will come with it, so... Mate, I wish to be driving a truck in real life. My job currently will not allow me to do that. And I'm not willing to quit my job to start driving a truck. But if I ever encounter a point where I'm not going to be in my current job, I might actually do some trucking, you know. But yeah, it's a free map. You can get it from the SCS forum. It's called Central Bohemia Project 1-2. Or you could get something more advanced like a Romania 1-to-1 map, which is also extremely good, and it covers a lot of terrain as well. I bet that you were happy when you were driving that Scania around. After nie ma problemu, panie. Yes, I would assume so. That it requires all the DLCs to be there. Yeah, map is very good. There could be, okay, one more map that I need to display. It's the Russian project 1-to-1 as well. And also Romania 1-to-1, 12-hour stream incoming. You're driving in Romania for 12 hours. The difference between a free PNG and the paid one, the free one is stolen. And if you're talking about the winter one, it doesn't have any Nordics textures. It has, like, most of it is green. You only have the roads that are like snowy, and then everything around is just green. Or if you're talking about the normal version, it's just a stolen version of it. Bogdan, just seen him. So where are they? Look, you got potholes in there. They're not modeled in 3D, but you know. Bogdan, it is what it is. One is stolen, and one is the original version. That's what it is, man. Bogdan, please don't break my heart, yeah. Please. You get a virus on your PC if you download it. No, they do not have collisions, mate. And you know what? I've got one map. So On Romania, it's done alright. Like I enjoyed it. Yeah, there's one Argentinian map that I like a lot, Mapa Seibo. Yeah, mate, but the potholes that they made in that, you'd actually like it's unpleasant to drive. Like whenever there's a road on it, then just a normal road is fine, but with potholes, it's not that great. Danny, I'll say it like this: the only proper way to get PNG is through the website. New website is launched, and the only proper way is to get it through there. Well, which bridge? Well, the one that I drove through. I drove through them bridges before. Or you mean to actually drive on that bridge? Bogdan, I got a question for you. I don't know if you want to answer it on stream or if you want to just drop me a private message. I'll ask it, yeah? Bogdan, the road from Harsova, yeah? Down south. Is that gonna be remade with the narrow roads, or are you leaving it like that? You don't have to answer on stream if you don't want to. Hey, what are the settings to have this quality? I run 4K with 125 scaling with DLSS quality. I use PNG, Snowy 1v2, and Project Ultimate ReShade, the new preset that's coming out. Good, is the Romania map paid? Yes, the full version or the beta tester is paid, and then the one on SCS forum, the demo. Bogdan, mate, that's what I mean. That's why that map is so great, mate. Because I love that road from Harsova down south. Yeah, mate, if they'll have the narrow roads, oh my god. Danny, why I'm in game? That's where I am. This is where we are. David, I'm glad that you're enjoying the road in here. Beta tested to early access. It's good that you let me know. Thank you. Danny, which preset I'm using? The new preset, the RealCam one, which is dropping next week. I hope next week. Or most likely. Yeah, if you're using Snowy Moon, aliasing will stay off. If you're using aliasing, to be honest, the only settings that you do is just like reflection scales and stuff. What, you mean this map? How much percent of the map is highway? We'll have a look. The highway goes from Praha Smíchov to Jenec, then you go Jenec all the way down to Jesenice, and then the map is not that big, yeah. Well, it's not that big. Well, it's nicely made. Yeah, Bogdan, 100%. You know, the name suits. Let's just go with early access. Hey, Azerbaijan, hey. What's going on? We're just still testing the new preset, the RealCam preset on Central Bohemia map. We've done a stream on ATS yesterday. I wanted to kind of display on the stream and ETS2. Also, a video from the same map is dropping tomorrow. Yeah, Danny, you will have the preset. For people that bought this, that post, I'm just going to be updating that post till I come up with the next bit that I'm doing. But everything regarding these reshades, I'm just updating the same post. Project Ultimate. There could be different reasons why you don't have this kind of quality. The camera settings, your GPU and stuff like that. This is an upcoming preset, so this is not something that you will have available. ReShade preset Moge. How you doing, my man? Romanian. Bogdan, you ain't gonna get any competition, man. What? At the moment, how many kilometers of highways you've got in there? And look, I know that there's some unfinished roads, like smaller roads, yeah? Once you get them sorted, yeah, which I think is going to happen within the next month or two, at least some of them, mate, the map will have highways, will have single lane roads. There won't be much competition, mate. Super Camp Gun. No, it's just the texture of the road. You're unable to add any textures on the road for ReShade or anything like that. Yeah, Bogdan, that'll be a good thing. Danny, graphics card, I'm using a 5080. Can't turn DLSS on. Did you download the DLSS file? Or if you did and you put it in the Win64 folder, then if you're running an AMD card, you won't be able to use DLSS. DLSS is strictly for NVIDIA cards. Guys, to be honest, this is one of the older roads as well, because this is not new. But it looks alright. It looks good. I'm happy with it. Okay, what time is it now? Okay, it's 8:30, so we're gonna end in a second. Martimus, I've got PC specs to run this smoothly. I can tell you that I was... How was the preset called? RealCam, just as on the in the description. To run this fine, so I was running this in 4K with some adjustments to the settings with a RTX 3080. I was extremely fine with a 3080 on 2K, and I was still running 4K with a 3080, so 10 plus hours, man. I think a bit longer than that. A bit longer than that. Luca, my man Luca. How you doing, my man? How's everything? You need the DLSS file from Snowy Moon's website to run this, and you need to put that file into your Win64 folder to use it. Yeah, Bogdan, 100%. It's a great map. I'm surprised that, like, I know that some people don't really do any research on what they play, but this map deserves a bit more love than it gets at the moment, to be honest, at least in my opinion. Danny, what are my NVIDIA settings? They are the default settings. I did not change anything in the NVIDIA app or anything like that. There's no changes there. Yeah, I'm all good. I can't wait for the release. But that means that my next few days are going to be extremely busy, so that's good. Bogdan, please. I know that you'd want to do that, but I mean, as a one-off, you could do that, but then I don't know. But to be honest, on the Romanian map, yeah, on those highways, we could actually race in there. I don't know if, oh my god, I don't know if that'll be interesting for people or not. Mate. Yeah, Luca. There's no suspension left in that Scania, unfortunately. I apologize. Okay, Bogdan, so that's what you do when you're not making the map. You're driving Indian buses on the map. That's good to hear, mate. I'm glad that you're having some fun with it as well. Okay, tell me something about that, because you know what, this, Bogdan, it's actually true what you're saying. I tried one bus in, like, some time ago, and it was a Turkish mod as well, it was a Scania. But some of the buses, yeah, the physics and the sounds that they do, like, they're really well made. If you know any of, like, good paid buses, or, like, any better, like, bus mods, would you be able to just send me a link to it? That's what I need to do. Like, I know that not everyone likes buses, but I know that there's some good paid bus modes, and I might need to invest some money into that. A teraz widzę, ty sobie chillujesz po prostu. Goodies love the live streams. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Bogdan, so good. Good mods we're looking. Oh my god. Mate, you had me going. I thought that you're actually using some realistic mods in there. FOV. Jihad. This is 88 FOV, and as you can see, we just have to put the camera forward. Luca, just send me the link. I mean, well, I know it's expensive. Listen, like, I know that some people try to spend the least amount of money on it, and I do understand that, and I do respect that a lot. But you know, once you get into the ATS scene, one truck in there might be like 60 or 70 pounds, yeah? So it's a crazy price, isn't it? As long as it's not like, okay, I've seen some trailer mods for like 120 pounds. As long as it's not like 100 euros, we might be fine with it. Mate, I'll check the link. No, I ain't checking anything, mate, because you sent me some dodgy stuff. What did you send me? That worked for you? I'm glad to hear that it worked for you. Yeah, look, 100%. The bus is £200. You shattered my dreams. I mean, how well is the bus made? That's the question. Bogdan, please. Please, because Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka bus. Wait, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah? The last time I tried to turn off or minimize the game on stream, it crashed, yeah? So that's the reason I'm not moving it now. Once I could get a bit more comfortable with setting different scenes and yeah, Jihad, well, yeah, it's 88 POV, but you need to bring a camera forward. You'll need the camera mode for this as well, seat increasement mode. Just look. Jihad, look. My FOV, sorry, it's at 90, well, 88 will give you that. It's at 90, yeah? Let me see. Put it back, put it, wait, look, that's what you could do, look. Yeah? Now, Jihad, I'm gonna share this mod with everyone at the release of the the RealCam preset, so you'll be able to put your camera in whatever way you wish. This looks awesome. Thanks so much, mate. Wait, Bogdan, I know, and we'll probably enhance the stream at some point with some funny content as well. But if I turn this off, yeah, and it crashes, then yeah, it will not be ideal. I'm gonna check the link in a second. We're gonna finish in a second as well. Is it working on 3 monitors? Yes, it is. It would not work. Well, some people got it working on the VR. I don't know how, but they did. There must be some crazy workarounds on that. But it works on the free monitors fine. Look at, cause you dropped that bus mode, yeah, and I'm a bit interested. Is the bus good? The £200, yeah. Okay, Bogdan, when I'm gonna park this, yeah? I'm gonna park this and I'm gonna check that, yeah? Where did you send that? Is it on Discord? Okay guys, we'll call it a this for today. I just want to check what Bogdan sent through. Mate, what is that? Bogdan, you're breaking my heart, you know? You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. Look, I'm gonna have a look on the Discord in a second, yeah? Look, and my mom made it on the stream. Just mom, just. Guys, we're gonna finish up the stream. We've run some of the routes on the Central Bohemia Project. Yeah, a new video's dropping tomorrow from the same map. A bit more structured content in a video form, so you can go out and check it out on how the RealCam preset works and the camera settings works as well. And guys, I'll see you next time. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be doing some live streams in the future, and I'll try to get them to a bit of a better quality. If we're talking about everything around the live, so maybe some overlays and stuff like that. But for now, we just gotta work with what we got. Guys, so thanks so much. I'm gonna see you all next time. I dobranoc, mamuś.